Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Air Force ROTC commissioning ceremony of John Robert Gallo. My name is Captain Luke Shealy. During this very momentous occasion, at the beginning of John's Air Force career, please feel free to take as many pictures as you wish. At this time, I'd like to introduce the commander of Detachment 190, Lieutenant Colonel K. Philip Bauer II.
So, when this many people show up for one person to commission or graduate, I got to think either there's a lot of people that really like you, or there's a lot of people that want to make sure you get out of here. And since I don't see a whole lot of cadets here, I assume that it's not the latter. So when I just started here, some of you know, I just started here in July, just took over here as the commander. And when I got the assignment here, people, all the people I worked with at my last base, they're congratulating me. Oh, that's great, you got that assignment. It's going to be easy for you, be a lot easier than this assignment. And you get to do lots of great things. Well, they were correct about the lots of great things part. The easy part, I'm not so sure. There have been some tough times. I'll tell you though, some of the great things I've gotten to do just here in the last couple of weeks. One of them was to award 8 scholarships, including one to Cadet, soon to be Second Lieutenant Gallo's younger brother, Scott Gallo, and 7 other folks in our detachment. And that truly, one of the most rewarding things, getting to do that, getting to reward people based on their merit. The other thing, of course, is today, is getting to commission a brand new Second Lieutenant into the Air Force. Contrary to what some folks think, or what some folks may have thought, was I didn't get to pick the Cadet Wing Commander for this semester because I wasn't here last spring. Like I said, I didn't get here until July. So Cadet John Gallo was sort of thrust upon me. I'm like, well, okay, let's see how this works. And the other thing that I found out sort of in the course of this past semester was John applied to be the Cadet Wing Commander every single time that he was eligible. I was like, well, so did they give it to him just, out of perseverance? Like, hey, here you go. You actually went through the process, and we're finally going to give it to you. Regardless of why, I think they made a great choice. John has been a superb Cadet Wing Commander for us this last semester, my first semester, and this last semester, his last semester here. The Cadet Wing has done great things. It seems like a long time. In retrospect, it's only 15 weeks. When we have a new wing staff here, of which John was the leader of this past semester, they got a few weeks to kind of get ready, maybe over the summer to think about a few things, and they've got 15 weeks to leave their mark on the detachment. 15 weeks to influence the lives of about 100 plus cadets, all the way from freshmen up to seniors, and really do something for them, and even more so, do something for the detachment. A lot of the things that they're going to do, they don't necessarily see the fruits of their labor. They have to work towards things hoping that what they're doing is going to have positive impact on and on throughout the year. And John, I can say with some certainty that the things that you and your staff have done, and the cadet leadership here has done, just this first semester, my first semester here, is going to have far-reaching effects. You made it very easy for me and the cadre, who were all reasonably new, well, certainly a lot newer than the students here, and the cadets here, very easy for us. It was a great transition. So I thank you for that. And I'll tell you that truly, that's one of the tragedies, and you'll find this out as well as you go on active duty, is you don't stay anywhere for very long. And that's really frustrating here, is because I don't get to see anybody, since I'm only here for 2 years. The freshman cadets that have come in this year, I'll get to take them all the way through to getting into their junior year, and then I'm out of here. And the juniors and seniors, of course, at least I get to see them get all the way to commission, to graduation, and then commission, which is great on days like today. What's a little bit distressing is that I can't say, oh, I've known John since the first day he walked in here, because it's just, like I said, that's just one of the sort of the downsides of this job, is that people move in and out of it relatively quickly, and that's true with most Air Forces. But again, this is a great day. John, you've made this a very easy first semester for myself and my staff. So let's go ahead and get you.
John Robert Gallo received his Bachelor of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering from the University of Illinois. He will be assigned to pilot training at Laughlin Air Force Base, Texas. Lieutenant Gallo will now be called forward to receive the oath of office from Lieutenant Colonel Bauer. All people elected or appointed to an office of honor and trust in the United States government is required to take and subscribe to an oath. This oath signifies that the soon-to-be lieutenant understands they will be entering into an elite profession, one that is committed to excellence and built on integrity. He will swear to support and defend the ideas and principles of the United States against all oppressors. This oath is not to be taken lightly.
Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, John Robert Gallo,
Having been appointed the second lieutenant
having been appointed the second lieutenant
in the United States Air Force,
in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution
that I will support and defend the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which
of the office upon which
I'm about to enter.
I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
At this time, would John's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Steve Gallo, and his girlfriend Alex, come forward to pin on his second lieutenant bars. At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Bauer will present the DG certificate to Second Lieutenant Gallo.
Folks, let me just take a second first off to apologize for flubbing up the oath of office. I'm so worried about him following what I'm saying. Like, I forgot what I'm going to say. Just to let you know, the Distinguished Graduate Award, and I should have announced this also during my remarks there in the beginning. The Distinguished Graduate Award is awarded to, or can only be awarded to the top 10% of our graduates, and it's rounded down. So if you have 19 commissionees, you only get one. Right? So this is a big deal, is what I'm saying. This is something that will follow John throughout his career. It is something that right off the bat says, hey, this person is the top 10%. This person is willing to go above and beyond in everything they do. A string of distinguished graduate recognitions from different Air Force schools, including your commissioning source, is usually an indication of great things to come, and I'm not surprised that he is one of our distinguished graduates for this fiscal year. Congratulations.
During World War II, the U.S. military used E-flags to recognize companies whose efficient production made major contributions to the war effort. Today, as we wage war on terrorism, this contemporary adaptation A P, cradled in the Air Force symbol, recognizes the vital partnership between America's Air Force and the parents of our airmen. John will now present his mother and father with a parent pin made on behalf of the Secretary of the Air Force and the Air Force Chief of Staff to signify their official welcome into the Air Force family.
I did that on purpose.
Lieutenant Colonel Bauer will now present John with both the Airman's Coin and the Second Lieutenant Coin. The Airman's Coin symbolizes that everyone in the Air Force is an airman first. The Second Lieutenant Coin is a gift from the detachment, symbolizing the culmination of John's hard work as a student and a cadet. The service flag, also known as the Blue Star Flag, is a banner for display by families who have members serving in the armed forces. The history of the service flag is as patriotic and touching as the symbolism each star represents to the families that display them. The service flag was designed and patented by World War I Army Captain Robert L. Kiesner of the 5th Ohio Infantry, who had two sons serving on the front line. The flag quickly became the unofficial symbol of a family member in service. Each blue star represents one member of the immediate family serving in the armed forces of the United States. One flag may contain multiple stars. The service member does not need to be stationed overseas. The flag should be displayed in a window of the residence of persons who are members of the immediate family.
Trade this in for
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the United States Air Force's newest commissioned officer, Second Lieutenant John R. Gallo. You guys can take your seats.
All right. Well, this is my. Okay.
Speech.
All right, my speech. All right. First off, thank you everyone for coming. Some came from far away. I thank you. I might cry, so we were ready for that. Mom and Dad, you guys have been there every day. This means a lot, and especially for you guys. 22 years, and you guys have been there every step of the way. You guys were there when I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. For ROTC, I had, struggles in school, be it high school, college, when I was younger, growing up. You guys were there every step of the way. That's not going to change, but I just want to thank you guys for everything you've done. Alex, 4.5+ years. You're everything. You're awesome in so many ways. Thank you for supporting me through school, through ROTC. As you know, I've had struggles, and you helped me with that. Aunts, uncles, cousins, Uncle Tom, Uncle Rick, Uncle Randy, Aunt Nancy, Aunt Kathy, Grandma. All you guys are here. Thank you so much. This means a lot that you guys are here. You were here for the graduation, some of you, and that was great. You guys have been so important to me as I've been growing up. Let's see who else we got here. Holden's, the Myers, you guys came all the way up from by Chicago just for this and the graduation. I've known you guys for so long. Jack, Dan, I've known you guys a long time. You guys have been great friends. I know we're going to stay friends. You guys have supported me too. Let's see. All my other friends from school. I have to see Pete, Ben, Chuck, Brian, Steve, Jeremy, Ethan, Tori, Megan, Devin, Aaron, everybody that's here. It means a lot to me. Allie, it means a lot to me that you guys are all here. I know some of you guys understand all this, and you've known what I've been doing through ROTC longer than others. But you guys have always been asking, supporting, everything. It's been huge to me. To other cadets, I know, Devin, Brendan, you guys in the Archer Sabres. Some of you are pretty close to commissioning. Some of you got a couple years. Keep pushing on. I hope to see you all as officers one day. Other than that, cadre, Sergeant Holiday, you've been here for ever since we talked this morning when I saluted you on my first time coming into your office because I just didn't know any better. I walked into his office, walked in and said, Sergeant Holiday, Cadet Gallo reports as ordered. And he's like, what are you, clown? Like, not to salute. I didn't know any better. But they helped me come from the cadet that, salutes Sergeant Holiday to where I am now and going to pilot training. Scott, I haven't mentioned you yet. You've been huge. All since I've grown up, even at college, we've had a good time. You're huge. I know we eat pretty much breakfast, lunch, and dinner together, which for two brothers at college is kind of rare. But you mean a lot to me. Everybody that's here, I love all you guys. That's my speech. Sorry, it wasn't short.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Arch of Sabers and First Salute ceremony is about to begin. Picture taking is highly encouraged. Feel free to move around to get the best pictures. This Arch of Sabers is composed of 4 cadets. The origin of the Arch of Sabers is uncertain. Some historians believe it began in late Roman times where soldiers raised their swords to other soldiers as a way to show respect. For many years, it has been traditional for a newly commissioned officer to give a silver dollar to the first enlisted person who salutes them. The exact origin of this custom is also uncertain. However, it probably began before the U.S. Armed Forces were organized. One status symbol highly sought after by commissioned British officers was to have a servant assigned to them. This servant was normally an enlisted soldier to whom the new officer paid a small sum to ensure that the officer's kit, dress and field uniforms, and personal equipment were within regulations. American second lieutenants in 1816 received a monthly base pay of $25, a $3 ration allowance, and $1 for a servant. This servant's pay was later discontinued, but the responsibility for teaching the newly commissioned officer continues. The dollar for a servant tradition may well be the basis for the modern custom of a dollar for a first salute. Second Lieutenant Gallo will now be saluted by Airman Second Class Steve Gallo.
You guys good? One more.
I would now like to present the detachment's traditional presentation honoring our commissionees. Please enjoy.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Our eyes get so red. And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up. I think the president ought to fix it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is hot for sneaking up. And this is where I went to school. Most of the time I had better things to do. Criminal record says I'm broken twice. I must have done it half a dozen times. I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was them, I wouldn't let me in. Oh, 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 oh God, every memory only knew the night before. But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you're riding 16 hours, there's nothing much to do. And you don't feel much like riding, you just wish the truth was true. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. There I go, being star again. There I go, turn the page. So we walk into this restaurant, all strung out from the road. You feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking up the cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explode. And most times you can't hear 'em talk. Other times you get all the same old cliches. Is it woman? Is it man? And you always see my number. Don't dare make a stand. Make your stand. Now here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go, playing star again. There I go, turn the page. Out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy you try and give away. Sweat pours out your body like the music that you play.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony for this evening. Feel free to congratulate Lieutenant Gallo as, before you go. First motion.
There's also cupcakes in the